All right, my name is Matt Peterson. I am the QA lead on Time Crisis, Crisis Zone. It's a PS2 exclusive. It goes along the series of Time Crisis, and one of the greatest features of this game would have to be all the environment that you can shoot up. And I would also say one of the other good things about the game is that it has the crisis missions, which are very challenging for the player. Once you played the game a few times, you kind of remember where enemies are and things like that. So the crisis missions give you that little bit of a challenge after that, to where you've mastered the game, play crisis missions, and you'll have a little bit more. There's a lot of depth to the game. There's a couple of story modes, and in one of them, you're able to toggle through weapons like in Time Crisis 3, where you had a machine gun, a shotgun, and a handgun. That will all be available in this game, also with special unlockable weapons in the special stages. There's a terrorist group that's taken over a complex which has a department store, a office building, and a park. And your job is to go in there and just eliminate the threat of these terrorists. And eventually, when you get to the point where there's a boss, Derek Lynch, he is the head and you have to eliminate him. The crisis missions are little challenges like I know that there were some in Time Crisis 3, so they're just staying with the series, and it's like, string together a 150 hit combo, or something like that, and without any enemies being on the screen, or string together 50,000 points without getting hit, by a bunch of enemies. So, very challenging. We really didn't want to stray away from the Time Crisis series. We wanted to even keep the name incorporated because we feel that that's a franchise that everybody recognizes. The GunCon 2 is one of the best peripherals for the PlayStation 2, and one of the best ways to get it out there is just give you better material all the time, make people want to play it with more depth. And man, I can't beat this game. It's the best of the series so far. You know what? I would say playing through the story mode, the original story mode, will probably take about 45 minutes of total gameplay, including the movies and everything. But the time in the game, I can actually beat it in probably like 30 minutes or something like that, the time that it shows you that you beat it. Then there's tons of extras in the game. It's so in-depth that, this is definitely a must for any collection of the Time Crisis people fans. One of the great features is the duck and cover Time Crisis feature. What they've done is they've incorporated a shield, and that's just another layer to the character. He's a STF soldier. He's going in with his shield. He's like, this is all I got, is my shield and my gun. Come at me, I'm getting you. And it really plays a lot in the story because you're coming around the corner, and there's 6 guys. What are you gonna do? You better hide, because they're gonna get you. And so when you hide, come out, shoot them, hide again, and it's a great strategy for the game. The guy who targets you first is definitely the guy you want to shoot. There's a little icon indicator, a little red indicator. When that's on, that guy's gonna get you, and you better be hiding. And it's really cool because you'll sometimes see the shield kind of shake when the guys are really getting at you, and you're like, okay, don't get out now. The bosses are great in this game. There's a tank, and the tank is really hard to beat. There's I'd have to say probably at least 7 weapons on the tank that you have to destroy, and so it's very challenging. There's also a helicopter, and of course, like I said, Derek Lynch, the head terrorist guy. So there's lots of stuff to look forward to with Crisis Zone. This is Time Crisis, Crisis Zone. It'll be out fall 2004 exclusively on the PlayStation 2.
Perfect.